Well, Andrew, can I get a bit of an air high five and a little celebration and a whoop whoop?
Woo!
Yes!
Is that a high five?
Yeah,
It's kind of, isn't it?
I like it anyway.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. How did it feel to step onto that stage?
To step onto the stage, oh my goodness me, honestly, I was saying earlier to friends of mine that I think the younger you are when you do things like this, you're very fearless. And to go on the stage, and I did this stupid thing. It's not a stupid thing, but I did this silly thing of not bringing anybody with me. And with Britain's Got Talent, you can bring your teachers, you can bring anybody. But I went on my own. I think because I'd done a few of these shows before and been rejected from them, I always have that, have to then pick up my family up from being kind of like so upset, and then you've got to explain. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do this on my own. And then of course what happened is the opposite to what's happened before, and I got an amazing reaction. So I was kind of celebrating on my own. But the answer to your question is, it was the most overwhelming feeling ever, and I was on such a high. It was just brilliant, and especially to get that reaction from Simon.
As a diva, what are your diva-ish...
Loving you calling me now a diva. Have some coffee, please.
Excellent. I was going to say, what are your most diva-ish tendencies, if you have any?
Just a bottle of Evian will do me, darling. Just a nice bottle of Evian. I don't like Highland Spring, but I love Evian water. No, do you know what? I just think I'm quite fussy when it comes to the sound, because I always like to sound good. Or I've done these gigs before. I did one about 4 weeks ago in a restaurant in the City of London, where it was a breakfast lunch, and you know I had a guitarist with me, and there was about 60 people. Nobody was really listening to me, and it was so funny because it was in the morning, and as you can imagine, I'm quite loud and vocal anyway. But I was trying to sing, and they said to me what they wanted me to do was sing very, very quietly. People are trying to eat the breakfast, and so really sit back on it, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I really need the money because I need to pay my rent. I can't start cancelling gigs at this stage, but I just don't know if I can sit there and sing so quietly. So it was really funny. So the microphone was up at a level initially when I started singing, and by the end of the half set, the microphone was literally off. And I'm looking at the woman going, can you turn my music, can you turn my sound up? It was hysterical, so needs to say, yeah, sound is quite important.
Someone's going to turn you down. I would not be having any of that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
People ignoring me as they're eating their egg muffins. It's like, this is just not the way my life was meant to be. It's embarrassing.
Who can't take an egg muffin with a big voice? Come on.
Thank you. So what, it's 8 o'clock in the morning? Who doesn't want to hear my voice at 8 o'clock in the morning? My boyfriend doesn't want to hear my voice at 8 o'clock in the morning.
You did say on the show, and this is something I was quite happy to hear, you love the Queen. Let's talk about this obsession.
I love the Queen. I think as well, people would probably assume that I'm making it up. I'm not saying that people would, but I've been obsessed with the Queen for a very long time. I love powerful women. I love what she stands for. I love the fact that she has her own song. She has her own anthem. That's what I love about her the most. I was privileged enough, and it was the most exciting gig of my life to do the Queen's Jubilee, not just me. I was in a production of We Will Rock You at the time, which I'd actually got from being in Pop Idol, and I was the youngest cast member. The most amazing year of my life, getting to be in this fantastic show, in the ensemble. We got to do the Queen's Jubilee, and at that point the whole of London was out. There were people hanging from the fountains in Hyde Park, Green Park. It was unbelievable. Because we were in an ensemble of a musical, we were right at the back of the stage. There was Jude Law at the front. In them days it was Atomic Kitten, there was Blue. Actually, they're all back now, aren't they, in them days? And I managed to push myself to the front. I was dressed as a bohemian with a long wig. I pushed myself to the front. There was Dame Edna there and Lenny Henry there. And I pushed, and I was, honestly, there's actually a VT of it, and you can see me on the corner because I was telling my mum. I'd got to the front, I was like, right, I'm here. And the Queen was coming up on stage. And honestly, that moment in itself, that's when I even became more obsessed with her. She didn't actually get to me. She was down the other end, but it was amazing, and it was just amazing for everybody in England to sing this anthem to her, and for her just to quietly, she just holds the hands and she just put her hands in, and even her husband turns and sings. So I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I think she's fantastic, and that's why I'm here for Britain's Got Talent, basically. Don't want the money, I want to meet the Queen.
Are you a fan of Kate and Wills and Baby George? Been following their tour of Australia?
Yeah, I love Kate and Wills, and especially what Kate stands for, and you know, and just so youthful and bright and fresh, and I love all that. But I have to say, I love older women anyway, I always have done. My best friend's 67, she's from Newcastle. I'm always in the working men's clubs. I like hanging around with old people. My boyfriend thinks I'm insane, but I love it. I used to work in a care home for dementia people. My mum does that now, so I've had experience in a care home as well. But do you know what? Love Kate and Wills, but I'm a Queen fan. Big Queen fan.
Excellent.
We
will rock you, so.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah.
You mentioned X Factor.
Yeah.
Obviously, Britain's Got Talent, X Factor, you get a little bit less coverage perhaps with Britain's Got Talent. You only perform 3 times maximum as opposed to obviously X Factor every week. Why did you choose this instead of the X Factor?
Just because I think on this, more so, I'm enabled to show off me, which is, you know, my personality a lot more. I can completely be myself. And also as well, darling, I don't think my anxiety can handle X Factor. Not at my age anymore. I mean, I literally just think it's nice just to do a couple of songs and then that's it. To go through that whole 3-month period in X Factor. But no, seriously, I think it's because I'm, you know, personality-wise, I'm getting to show the real me and being me. And also it's nice not just to be around other singers, it's nice to have a variety show, and also as well, it's the most popular show in the UK and it's my favourite.
It's so good, massive viewing figures as well.
Huge.
Obviously some amazingly successful acts have come through the Simon Cowell factory. Obviously One Direction, who we love at ITN and on the Showbiz 411. What do you make of that sort of success?
That is just mind-blowing, isn't it? I mean, how them lads can just... They actually were having coffee in Chiswick when they just finished the X Factor and things had died down, and I was just like... I was a waiter at the time in Ballons in Chiswick, and I served them, and there's me being, you know, serving them the coffee, and I thought, oh, it's them guys from the X Factor, and literally 2 months after that, they were huge. I mean, it's amazing what, you know, what can happen if you are a part of these shows, so I'm just really grateful and excited to be involved in it.
Well, a huge good luck
you.
for the next stage. We're rooting for you.
Oh, bless you.
You're going to do
Thanks so
great.
much.
You were amazing.
Thank you. That's really nice of you.
Thanks so much and lovely to meet you.
Yeah.